Welcome to my Skills and Capacities vlog for speed and agility. In this vlog we will be looking at female rugby players performing the A-skip speed drill and the 180 agility turn. Two athletes will be demonstrating a skill issue and another athlete will be performing the speed and agility exercise with a capacity issue following a lower body injury. The A-skip drill is used during warm-ups to develop front-side biomechanics. It encourages a high knee drive and helps improve lower limb strength and efficient foot strike. The 180 turn is an agility drill commonly used in team sports that require athletes to move in different directions and have the ability to change direction swiftly and efficiently. We can now see athlete B performing the A-skip exercise. She is a rugby player who is currently recovering from a hamstring strain injury. She has performed this exercise during training before, but is struggling with her knee drive and leg extension. We observe plantar flexion in the ankles as the athlete drives the knee upwards and downwards prior to ground contact. The tightness in the hamstring is the main limiting factor for this athlete to perform the movement properly. The supine hamstring stretch shows a significant difference in the range of movement between the left and right hamstrings. The athlete is performing supine dynamic hamstring stretches to improve mobility in the rear lower limb muscles. She is cued to pull the toes towards the shin when the leg is in full extension to increase the stretch and obtain the 90-degree angle at the ankle when performing the A-skip drill. Banded hamstring curls are also included in the rehab plan to improve the strength in her hamstrings and allow for better range of movement. A slow controlled dead bug exercise helps build confidence in the athlete to fully extend her leg whilst building core strength. It also improves her upper and lower body coordination, where she can move opposite limbs in a synchronous manner. Wall drills are also a good practice for her to perform the movement in a slow, controlled way. Once the athlete is confident, we can progress the dynamic wall sprint, which will improve her leg extension and enable her to perform a more efficient A-skip speed drill. Following the training program, the athlete has improved strength in her lower limbs, increased flexibility in her hamstrings, allowing her to perform the A-skip more efficiently and effectively. The capacity issue also limits our athlete when performing agility exercises. We can see that the athlete does not turn efficiently on the line, as the rear leg does not fully extend to allow for a swift turn and push-off. As highlighted in the previous section, the tightness in the left hamstring is limiting her ability to fully extend her rear leg. In addition to the exercises used to improve her leg extension and core strength for the speed drill, double and single leg hip thrusters were added onto the athlete's program to build strength in her posterior chain muscles. To build power in her lower body, pogos and box jumps were also included in her training plan. The vertical jump exercise improves lower body power and performance of triple extension, which is required for a quick, sharp 180 turn. We can see now that the athlete is stronger and more confident in her turn, which will be transferred onto the rugby field when required to change direction swiftly and efficiently. In this video, athlete C will be performing a 180 agility turn. She is a rugby player and is new to this drill. When looking at the drill closely and the turn at slow speed, we can see that the rear leg is in fully extending on push-off. It breaks at the knee, which slows down her turn. She also struggles with upper and lower body coordination. The hips are turned prior through the shoulders, and the arms and legs aren't in sync with each other, resulting in a less efficient turn. The knee-to-wall stretch test shows good range of movement at the ankle, whilst the supine hamstring and hip flexor stretches show good mobility in the lower body muscles. This indicates that the athlete has a skill rather than a capacity issue. Alternative exercises were used, such as the dead bug, to improve improve her ability to extend opposite upper and lower body limbs in a slow, controlled manner to improve her coordination and core strength. When cued, the athlete is able to control the position of her knees, hips and ankles, as well as extend the arms fully. The wall drill is then introduced to improve her rear leg extension and improve her ability to obtain triple extension on push-off at the 180 turn. This drill is progressed into a more dynamic one to build explosive power, which will be required to perform a quick one-touch turn on the line. Plyometric exercises such as pogos and vertical jumps were included in the training plan to improve her lower body power. To simplify the movement, the athlete is performing the drill from a static start. Once this is improved, she then progresses to the full 180 agility turn. We can now see that the athlete is more confident, is more efficient at turning the hips, and has a better extension in the rear limb as pushing off into the turn. Athlete A will be performing the A-skip exercise. She is a rugby player, new to speed and agility exercises, as can be seen by the lack of arm movement and nodding the head forward to look down towards her knees and feet. This also results into a forward lean in the skip. She is tucking the core down with the chest drawn towards her knee as she drives her knee upwards. We observe good angles at the hips and knees, but an obtuse angle at the ankle. The athlete needs to pull the toes upwards when driving the knee up. The lack of dorsiflexion results in poor foot-to-ground contact throughout the drill. To verify whether this is a skill or a capacity issue, the knee-to-wall stretch is carried out. This shows that the athlete has adequate range around the ankle joint. She also shows good range of movement in her hamstrings and hip flexors, as can be seen from the supine hamstring and hip flexor stretches. The athlete is then asked to perform the drill at a slower pace, with arms above her head, to encourage core engagement and extension. Wall sprints are used to improve her ankle dorsiflexion in a controlled environment. The dying buck exercise is also introduced to build core strength, allowing full extension of the arms and legs. The alternate arm and leg movement in a controlled supine position will also help with the athlete's coordination, as this is a new movement in her training program. Additional exercises include pogos over hurdles to improve her lower body power, and step-ups with knee drive to improve core strength and stability in the vertical plane of movement. The athlete is now more confident and can perform the A-skip exercise with a higher knee drive and core held more upright.